Have you ever wondered what a CSST coupling or fitting looks like when the parts are separated? CSST is corrugated stainless steel tubing used to convey natural gas from one area to another area or from one gas supply to one fixture. This is CSST, corrugated stainless steel. Great pipe, in my opinion, for it can save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle. It's expensive, but some things that are expensive may be worth the money. But anyway, this is a coupling. If one notes this coupling, this side looks somewhat like a flared fitting. And then if one views the other side is an NPT, National Pipe Thread, which would just simply screw into a regular black iron fitting. Well, so one would apply the pipe dope here. Personally, one can use their own discretion if they want to use pipe dope on this side. But the way this works is this nut, this is skimmed back. The rubber insulation is skimmed back to a certain degree. This may be back farther than necessary, but this is just for illustrative purposes. The nut slides on here. This ring separates into two parts. Keep in mind now, other manufacturers may do it differently, but for this particular name brand, one puts half of this ring here, half of this ring here, pulls this nut up, and it will hold this ring if one holds it properly sort of in the back here. And then be sure that both of these are on and it does not fall out. It'll go in this groove here. Then begin to progressively tighten this nut up on this thread, and that's simply how it's done. So once it's on, basically this nut will go something like this and make a 360-degree ring around this. So when under the house, one caveat, um, get under the house, you may have dirt, you may have water, you may have studs, you may have spiders, you may have snakes, you may have leaks, etc. So be careful not to lose this nut, because if you lose half of this nut, this is not going to work. So you need to be sure, and also be certain when you pull this nut up that both parts are on this tubing, because if both parts are not on there seated, it will leak. And then once it's done, you can spray it with dish detergent and water and see if it bubbles up. But again, so let's reiterate. Coupling, CSST, that looks similar to a flared fitting. Nut goes on first. This goes on secondly in two separate around here in this groove. Pull the nut up, tighten it. This can be put into a black iron fitting. This is a regular NPT fitting, National Pipe Thread. So again, this is a CSST to convey natural gas from one area to the other. So be sure not to lose these, or when you pull this nut up, you make sure that both of these are inside of this nut, because if you're missing one, you will have a leak. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.